Autophagy is the body's equivalent of an elite cleaning squad quietly scuttling through our cells, identifying worn-out mitochondria, misfolded proteins, and other cellular debris, and recycling them into something useful. It's the ultimate DIY repair system, and it's normally most active when we're fasting. In other words, when your stomach is empty, your cells are throwing on little hard hats and getting to work. But here's the deliciously ironic twist. The very act of eating breakfast can put autophagy on pause. The moment you bite into toast or sip coffee, insulin spikes, nutrient-sensing pathways kick in, and your cellular custodians reluctantly hang up their brooms. The paradox is almost comedic. The food meant to fuel your day is also the thing that tells your cells to take a coffee break. Studies on morning fasting and autophagy suggest that skipping breakfast, even just delaying it a few hours, can extend the fasting window enough to allow autophagy to ramp up. Researchers have observed that this cellular cleanup is linked to benefits such as improved metabolic efficiency, reduced inflammation, better mitochondrial quality, and even potential protection against age-related diseases. Your cells, in essence, get a pre-workout session for internal housekeeping before the day's activities begin. Yet, skipping breakfast is not a magic bullet. Some studies indicate that fasting too long in the morning can affect mood, cognitive performance, and even blood sugar regulation. In real life, it might mean feeling a little foggy, cranky, or shaky while your cells gleefully declutter the cytoplasm. Picture the scenario like this. Your lysosomes are lined up like a team of enthusiastic cleaners, high-fiving each other as they process damaged proteins, when suddenly your human decides to eat a bagel. Wait! Halt operations, the lysosomes cry. Energy intake has arrived. Everyone back to your desks. It's a sitcom of cellular logistics. On the one hand, skipping breakfast allows autophagy to operate uninterrupted, like giving your team an empty office to deep clean. On the other hand, you might feel the metabolic equivalent of running a meeting with half your employees still groggy and craving coffee. The human body, it seems, has a sense of humor built in. We must choose between fueling the day and letting ourselves throw a housekeeping party. The scientific nuance is even more fascinating. Autophagy doesn't shut down permanently when you eat. It simply pauses. Later in the day or overnight, it resumes, sometimes with even more efficiency because your cells have processed nutrients and stabilized energy balance. This means that skipping breakfast doesn't permanently inhibit growth, repair, or energy metabolism. It simply shifts the timing of the cleanup. From a metabolic standpoint, delayed breakfast or intermittent fasting can be a strategy to maximize autophagy benefits while still allowing for nutrient intake when your body needs it most. The funny part is how humans agonize over this paradox while other species just exist. You don't see a cat calculating whether to skip breakfast to optimize lysosomal function, or a squirrel debating if a nut should come before or after its mitochondria get cleaned. Yet humans fret over timing, macronutrients, and whether autophagy is winning while we sip our morning latte. In this sense, skipping breakfast becomes not just a nutritional decision but a comedic exercise in biological negotiation. Do I fuel my mood and cognition now, or give my cells a deep cleaning window? In practical terms, balancing breakfast and autophagy is about timing and personalization. Those who thrive on an early meal can still enjoy it without guilt, knowing autophagy will resume later. Those who experiment with delayed breakfast may gain some autophagy-related benefits, but should be mindful of energy levels, mood, and cognitive performance. It's a nuanced dance, a negotiation between human behavior and cellular priorities, and one that highlights the clever adaptability of our physiology. Ultimately, the morning autophagy paradox is less a problem and more a charming insight into how intricate and witty our bodies are. Eating breakfast pauses the janitors but fuels the day. Skipping breakfast lets the janitors party but may temporarily challenge your mood or focus. Either way, your body is resilient, adaptable, and has a sense of humor. The lysosomes may grumble, mitochondria may sigh, but at the end of the day, the work gets done. It's a quirky, scientifically fascinating balancing act that makes you appreciate how sophisticated and occasionally comical human biology truly is.